first series of House Life After Your Study. I was really interested myself, I'm doing university now, but what can I expect after I get my graduation? So therefore I visited Studio YDID. Studio YDID, a lot of books, inspiring design books, a big desk, post-its, you cannot live without them, and music. So you have your own company? Do you work alone or in a team?
Most of the time I work alone, because I'm like in Dutch we say like a ZZP'er. Basically meaning on one side I work with my own products, so I do my own collection. I try to do like my chair now and a cupboard. But on the other side I do sometimes work in a team for certain projects. I just ask other freelancers I met over time, see if they can help me, and we'll work together that way.
Your own company? Do I want my own company? Did you know already you wanted your own company, or?
Well, it was always a dream, but I always had this idea I want to do it when I'm 35.
My own company when I'm 35, because now you're?
I'm now 26, so it was a little bit earlier than expected. The problem was when I finished studying November 2008, tried very hard to get a job, but there were not many jobs, only senior designers. I had a lot of cool stuff from my master in Scotland.
What if I would go abroad? Do you want to go abroad? Yeah.
Where I thought like this would be great if I could get it into production. So I kind of like connected stuff, and then I was like, yeah, it might be cool to start my own company. Actually it worked out that I can kind of live from it, so I'm happy.
Nice, indeed, yeah. Yeah, I'm now second year student, so I'm from University of Technology. Also, you came from university. Do you feel like you still use things you learned from university?
Well, yeah, of course you do partly, because it learned me the basics about design probably. What I really still have is this big kind of standing on my own legs thing. You learn very quickly, like you were thrown into the deep and get out definitely. Yourself and find out everything yourself, do it all yourself. Trial and error. Definitely. And if you need help, then please go out and ask for help. So like the boundaries to be afraid to ask stuff, that's not there. And I think it's very good. What we learned is we learned very good research skills, to find everywhere what we need and to have a look at other things to do that. Yeah. And of course I did learn a lot about technology, and I think I really learned to be like kind of a spidery person. You do understand the marketing people, you do understand the technical people, you do understand
everywhere you have a little insight.
Yeah, you do
or some parts, some more.
So and I think everyone at the end chooses his own specialization to go on with. I mean, it would be great like if you can learn and then do it yourself. I mean now, by doing it all myself, I made like a huge learning curve, and personally it's great of course, but I would love to work now for a company for a few years.
Or how do you get to the users?
Yeah, how do you get to the users? It's mostly a lot of talking, and you'll just see if you can go to them. Because it's no use to bring them here, because then they're out of their own surroundings, and
indeed.
It's no use.
So you meet a lot of cultures.
Yeah,
and
I like
an
that.
Experience.
Yeah, because it's a good experience. You get to know people, and it's one good fun to really learn a lot from them. So that's also why I decided you like go out and
meet people, meet cultures.
Yeah, and I mean it can start very small in Eindhoven, just like a student club, but on the same time if you can travel, I mean, so much nice places in the world.
Yeah, indeed.
And I know it's difficult mostly, but I like it.
How do I get inspired? I know you got your inspiration from Scotland, but how do you get more inspiration when you're sitting and working here? Creativity is not like focus and here's your idea, good luck with it.
My books are here, my internet is here, my records are here. I mean, it can be everywhere. I'm always like, I find it so difficult to say where does inspiration come from, but I think if you just look, feel, listen, hear, yeah, you get your inspiration. And
Well, we noticed that we just need each other. We were working at the tables with backs to each other. And we were like, hey, what do you think of this? Like really short feedback moments. And it was great because then you can continue.
Yeah, that's also the thing we did in Scotland continuously. I mean, I just went in very early at like 8 in the morning or 8:30 just so I could get some work done before they came, the rest of my class.
Okay.
But they came in at like 10 and then there would be first like a half hour or an hour of coffee discussing work, what everyone was going to do and if we read the papers, and then at 1 there was lunch, there was another hour, and mostly in the afternoon we ended up with another hour of tea and coffee.
But then the day lasted
it's very
till
short.
9 or?
Mostly I wasn't back at my room till 8. But I mean it was fine because it was for all our master and we just really wanted
to deliver good work.
Yeah, I mean it was a high standard in visualization and it was important, and I don't know, if someone else besides you goes the extra mile, you also want to go the extra mile because you're like, oh cool, I want to do that as well.
Competitive maybe.
Yeah,
like
it's also
helping each other but also stimulating each other.
because we did say to each other like, oh man, that looks really shy, I wouldn't do that. But at the same time you would also be like, okay, they are doing that. That's a cool idea. If I just like, oh yeah, can you
change it a little?
No, but but you just get your inspiration then from each other, and that's the only thing I miss working for myself. Yeah. You don't always have someone, you know, like to bounce your ideas to and see how they react. So.
Yeah. Does your attitude change when you were at the university and when you're working now?
Yeah, you know the difference is. It's all about your own stuff now. I mean, it's my own money. I have to make my own money, so I have to make a living of it. And mostly it's my ideas that I mean, like a client then asks what you want, but you design something, you have to defend it till the bone to what you want. And at school, because so many things are going on, and the most important thing is that you learn something from it. The outcome wasn't always the holy grail.
No.
The process is.
The process itself
is for some assignments or for some projects is more the holy grail. While now at your own company, the thing that counts is the product you deliver.